Neville O'Reilly Livingston, born on April 10, 1947, and professionally known as Bunny Wailer, was a Jamaican singer-songwriter and percussionist. He was a founding member of the reggae band The Wailers, alongside Bob Marley and Peter Tosh, and was a three-time Grammy Award winner. Bunny Wailer is regarded as a prominent figure in reggae music, and was also known as Bunny Livingston. He spent his early years in the village of 9 Mile, in St. Ann Parish. He expressed his greetings to reggae music lovers and acknowledged the contributions of his fellow band members, including Bob Marley and Peter Tosh. It was in 9 Mile that he first met Bob Marley, and the two quickly became friends, both coming from single-parent households. Bunny Wailer was raised by his father, while Bob Marley was raised by his mother. Later, Bunny Wailer and Bob Marley were raised in the same household as stepbrothers. Bunny's father, Thaddeus "Toddy" Livingston, lived with Bob Marley's mother, Cedella Booker, and had a daughter with her named Pearl Livingston. Additionally, Peter Tosh had a son, Andrew Tosh, with Bunny Wailer's sister, Shirley Livingston, making Andrew his nephew. Bunny Wailer initially auditioned for Leslie Kong at Beverly's Records in 1962, around the same time his stepbrother Bob Marley was recording. He intended to perform his first song, Pass It On, which had a ska influence, but he missed the audition due to being late from school. In 1963, he formed the Wailing Wailers with Marley and friend Peter Tosh, along with short-term members Junior Braithwaite and Beverly Kelso. In the early years, Bunny Wailer sang lead vocals less frequently than Bob Marley and Peter Tosh, but after Bob Marley moved to Delaware in 1966 and was briefly replaced by Constantine Vision Walker, Bunny Wailer began to record and perform lead vocals on his own songs, including Who Feels It Knows It, I Stand Predominant, and Sunday Morning. His musical style was influenced by gospel music and soul singer Curtis Mayfield. In 1967, he recorded This Train, based on a gospel standard, for the first time at Studio One. Bunny Wailer was arrested for cannabis possession in June 1967 and served a 14-month prison sentence. During this period, Bunny Wailer, Bob Marley, and Peter Tosh signed an exclusive recording contract with Danny Sims' JAD Records and a publishing agreement with Sims Cayman Music. After hitting a low point in his career at the annual Sting event in 1991, where he was forced off stage by an onslaught of thrown bottles, Bunny Wailer faced another setback when he was expelled from the Bob Marley Museum in Kingston, Jamaica, on September 30, 2015. It's worth mentioning that Bunny Wailer was not only a bandmate of Bob Marley, but also his half-brother. They grew up in the same neighborhood, with Bunny raised by a single father and Marley by a single mother in 1952. Their parents eventually moved in together and relocated to Kingston, which allowed Bunny Wailer and Bob Marley to develop a close bond as half-brothers, especially since both had a sister named Pearl Livingston. Alongside Bob Marley and Peter Tosh, Bunny Wailer played a significant role in elevating the Wailers band, leaving behind a remarkable legacy. Even after the deaths of Bob Marley and Tosh, Bunny Wailer became a respected figure in the Jamaican music scene. His contributions as a vocalist and songwriter were vital to the Wailers' success, and he dedicated himself to preserving the group's legacy over the years. While Bob Marley is widely recognized, Bunny Wailer, often referred to as the godfather of reggae and a 3-time Grammy Award winner, remains less known. Later teamed up with Peter Tosh and Junior Braithwaite, seeking guidance from established musician Joe Higgs, who mentored them. The group gained traction with the addition of Cherry Green and Beverly Kelso, debuting with the song Simmer Down. However, Marley moved to the U.S. in 1966 for better opportunities, leading to Braithwaite and Green's departure, leaving Bunny Wailer, Peter Tosh, and Kelso to carry on. Peter Tosh was assassinated in 1987, but Bunny Wailer continued to chase his aspirations, winning multiple Grammy Awards in the 1990s while honoring the legacies of both Bob Marley and Peter Tosh. Fast forward to 2015, on September 30th, Bunny Wailer was removed from the Bob Marley Museum in Kingston, Jamaica. The Jamaica Observer reported the incident the following day. After the event, Bunny Wailer requested a public apology from the museum's management, which had issued a statement about the situation. On that day, the museum was preparing for a visit from the Prime Minister of Japan and the Honorable Portia Simpson Miller. Local security instructed that all visitors and staff be informed that tours would be paused from 11:15 a.m. for a security sweep. The statement indicated that staff noticed 2 guests, including Bunny Wailer, who had moved to the back of the museum and were uncooperative. Security personnel asked all visitors to return to the front as police and the Jamaica Defense Force were en route to secure the area for the high-profile visit. The statement also claimed that a security guard was injured during the incident and alleged that Bunny Wailer had been threatening the Marley family for years. However, Bunny Wailer's manager, Maxine Stowe, refuted the museum's claims. While she acknowledged that Bunny Wailer resisted the security guard, she described his actions as defensive, stating he was attacked by an aggressive guard without being asked to leave. Stowe emphasized that Wailer was unaware of any security changes and had been taking pictures with tourists while waiting for the tour to begin when the altercation occurred. She insisted that the museum should issue a public apology and relieve the guard of his duties, holding the administration accountable for the mismanagement of the visit. Stowe also mentioned that if there were concerns about Wailer's presence, the museum should have communicated that to security at the entrance. She added that Bunny Wailer has the right to press charges against the security guard and the museum, asserting that any injuries sustained by the guard were a result of the entire incident and should not be blamed solely on Bunny Wailer. During the late 1960s, the Wailers frequently changed producers, but Bunny Wailer continued to add songs to their collection. Bunny Wailer took the lead on tracks like Dreamland, a cover of El Tempo's My Dream Island, which became his signature song, as well as Riding High, Brainwashing, and the bridge of Keep On Moving, which was performed in a style reminiscent of Curtis Mayfield and produced by Lee Scratch Perry. In 1971, the Wailers recorded Pass It On, a song written by Bunny Wailer in 1962, which was released as a dubplate mix on Jody's Original Cuts compilation. This version had different lyrics and music compared to later renditions of Pass It On, and Wailer later incorporated elements of it into Innocent Blood. By 1973, each of the three founding Wailers had established their own record labels: Bob Marley with Tough Gong, Peter Tosh with Him Intel Diplo, and Bunny Wailer with Solomonic. He provided lead vocals on Reincarnated Souls, the B-side of the Wailers' first island single of the new era, and on 2 tracks from their final trio album, Burnin', including Pass It On and Hallelujah Time. At this point, he was also releasing singles independently, such as Searching for Love, Lifeline, Trot On, Arab Oil Weapon, and a new version of Pass It On for his own label. Bunny Wailer toured with the Wailers in England and the US, but he soon became hesitant to leave Jamaica. As the Wailers gained international fame, Bunny Wailer and Tosh felt increasingly sidelined, with more attention being directed towards Bob Marley. Bunny Wailer eventually departed from the group in 1973, adopting the name Bunny Wailer and pursuing a solo career after refusing to tour certain clubs in the US that he felt conflicted with his Rastafari beliefs. Before his departure, Bunny Wailer had become more dedicated to his spiritual faith. Bunny Wailer was aligned with the Rastafari movement, similar to the other members of the Wailers. He wrote a significant amount of his own music and also re-recorded several tracks from the Wailers' catalog. Bunny Wailer primarily focused on the roots style, reflecting his often political and spiritual themes. His album, Black Heart Man, received positive acclaim. Journalist Peter Mason, writing for The Guardian, noted that Black Heart Man is regarded as one of the pinnacle achievements in reggae. After departing from the Wailers, Bunny Wailer ventured into disco with his album Hook, Line and Sinker, while Sings the Wailers featured many Wailers songs reinterpreted with the support of Jamaican session musicians Sly and Robbie. Bunny Wailer also found success in the more pop-oriented, apolitical dancehall genre. A significant highlight of Bunny Wailer's career during this time was writing the hit single Electric Boogie in 1982 for Marcia Griffiths, which sparked the electric slide dance craze in 1986, gaining traction in Washington, D.C. and beyond. Although Bunny Wailer recorded his own versions of the song, they did not achieve the same level of success as Griffiths' rendition. His music incorporated influences from dancehall and rockers, particularly evident in the album. Bunny Wailer Sings the Wailers, where he reinterpreted some Wailers songs as a solo roots artist, backed by Sly and Robbie's roots reggae. This album, produced by Bunny Wailer, was recorded at Harry J. Studio and included reworked classic Wailers tracks like Dreamland, a cover of El Tempo's My Dream Island, which featured slightly altered lyrics and became Bunny Wailer's signature song. This track was originally recorded in 1966 by Clement Coxone Dodd and later in 1972 with Lee Scratch Perry, released as a 7-inch in 1971, with a U. Roy version on the B-side. Another notable track is Dancing Shoes, first recorded in the mid-1960s as a vibrant ska soul classic, with Bunny Wailer on lead vocals. Bunny Wailer won the Grammy Award for Best Reggae Album 3 times. In 1991 for the album Time Will Tell, a tribute to Bob Marley. In 1995 for Crucial Roots Classics. And in 1997 for Hall of Fame, celebrating Bob Marley's 50th anniversary. He also appeared on Toots and the Maytals' album True Love, which won the Grammy Award for Best Reggae Album in 2004 and featured many prominent musicians, including Willie Nelson, Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, Trey Anastasio, Gwen Stefani, No Doubt, Ben Harper, Bonnie Raitt, Manu Chao, The Roots, Ryan Adams, Keith Richards, Toots Hibbert, Paul Douglas, Jackie Jackson, Ken Booth, and the Skatalites. Bunny Wailer's catalog is now managed by his agent, Simon Vumbaka. However, in 1991, Wailer experienced a significant low in his career during the annual Sting event in Portmore, where he was forced off stage due to bottles being thrown by the crowd. This incident highlighted the clash between Wailer's traditional style and the new trends brought forth by artists like Ninja Man and Shabba Ranks. In August 2012, it was announced that Wailer would receive Jamaica's 5th highest honor, the Order of Jamaica. He celebrated the 40th anniversary of his 1976 album with a month-long Blackheart Man tour in 2016. In October 2017, he was awarded the Order of Merit by the Jamaican government, which is the nation's 4th highest honor. In October 2019, a commemorative blue plaque honoring Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, and Bunny Wailer was placed at the former site of Basing Street Studios in London, where the albums Catch a Fire and Burnin' were completed. Wailer also received a Pinnacle Award in New York from the Coalition to Preserve Reggae. In October 2018, he suffered a minor stroke that affected his speech. After experiencing another stroke in July 2020, he was hospitalized at Andrews Memorial Hospital in Kingston, Jamaica, where he sadly passed away on March 2, 2021, at the age of 73 due to complications from the previous stroke.